Have you ever felt lost in life? Not confused for a moment, truly lost. Like the map you've been following your whole life, just stopped working. One day everything makes sense. You know where you're going. You know what comes next. And then, quietly, without warning, it doesn't. The signs disappear. The direction feels wrong, and you're left standing there, wondering what happened. It's unsettling. It shakes you. But here's the strange thing no one tells you. Sometimes getting lost isn't the end of the journey. Sometimes it's where the real one begins. This is a story about what happens when the path disappears, and life nudges you into places you never planned to visit. For most of his life, Alex trusted maps, not paper ones you fold and keep in your pocket, but the invisible kind handed to you growing up. Study hard, pick a safe career, follow the steps, everything will fall into place. For a while, it did. Alex did what he was supposed to do. He worked hard. He stayed on track. He told himself this was what progress looked like, until one day it wasn't. The job he once wanted started to feel heavy. The future he imagined stopped exciting him. Not scary, just empty. Nothing exploded. Nothing failed loudly. There was no dramatic breakdown. Just a quiet, uncomfortable thought he couldn't ignore anymore. The map he was holding no longer matched the ground he was standing on. At first, panic crept in. He searched for answers everywhere, other people's advice, quick fixes, safer routes. Try this. Do that instead. Don't risk too much. But every answer felt borrowed, like wearing shoes that didn't quite fit. The more he followed those suggestions, the further he drifted from himself. And that's when something unexpected happened. Life slowed him down. Without a clear direction, Alex had no choice but to stop running forward and start looking inward. Questions he'd been postponing for years finally demanded attention. What do I actually enjoy? What do I want to learn? Not because I have to, but because I'm curious? What kind of life feels honest to me? It wasn't comfortable. It wasn't neat. Some days felt unstable. Some days felt pointless. But beneath all that uncertainty, something was quietly forming. Alex started learning new things, not to impress anyone, not to fix his life overnight, but because something inside him wanted to know more. He explored interests he'd ignored before, tried paths that didn't fit his old plan, met people he never would have met if his map hadn't disappeared. And slowly the feeling of being lost began to change. It didn't vanish. It transformed. Lost didn't mean broken anymore. It started to feel like exploring. And then Alex noticed something else. The people he admired most, the ones with the most interesting lives, had all lost their maps at some point. Careers that ended suddenly, plans that collapsed, paths that vanished without explanation. Yet those moments pushed them into new landscapes, places where creativity grew, where resilience was built, where unexpected passions appeared. Their maps didn't disappear to punish them. They disappeared to redirect them. That's when Alex understood something simple but powerful. A map gives certainty, but an inner compass gives direction. Maps tell you where to go. A compass reminds you why. With every step into unfamiliar territory, Alex became more adaptable, more comfortable not knowing, more confident moving forward without guarantees. The unknown stopped feeling like a threat. It became space, room to grow, room to choose, because growth doesn't always come from knowing the way. Sometimes it comes from learning how to move when there is no path at all. And maybe that's the lesson hidden inside every vanished map. When life takes away the path you expected, it isn't taking something from you. It's quietly asking you to discover who you become when there's no road ahead, only direction.